What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's got a good Friday going on. We got our live stream tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. Hope you guys join in. We'll be talking about quarterback compensation and who should get paid first, Dak or CD, or neither, or both. To me, well, we'll deal with that in a second. What's so funny to me is I'm sitting here looking at the Twitter, and Clarence Hill Jr. is saying, good signing by the Miami Dolphins. Maybe the Cowboys should have looked into Calais Campbell. I wonder why nobody ever mentioned guys like Calais Campbell. I don't know what his cap number is going to be this year, but he made $7 million last year for the Ravens, and probably would be a little bit less this year. For a guy who is NFL Man of the Year, has more sacks in his career than Charles Haley, still had 6.5 sacks and like over 30 tackles last year, in a role. Yeah, we wouldn't want a guy like that on our team. You know, the thing that's funny is how guys like me and Bosch and Law and Skywalker Steel and Foots, DMV, Game Time Brian, E2 Blue, Primetime Phil. You can go down the list. There's lots of guys like this. Big Game James, CFO Sports, West Coast Cowboy. I don't mean to leave anybody out. There's just so many of us that all talk about players that actually might make a difference on the team. I've been talking about Calais Campbell since he was a free agent, the Arizona Cardinals. I'm not going to say that everything that the Dallas Cowboys do is bad and wrong. Quite frankly, you could look at a situation like the Jets that are constantly making moves, you know. You think about them trading Jamal Adams and getting a couple of number ones for him. You think about them drafting quarterbacks and failing over and over again, and signing big name quarterbacks that you have to wonder what's going on with them. Aaron Rodgers last year, one series and gone. This year, missing in action for minicamp. And so you look at these things and say, well, the Cowboys, their biggest problem at quarterback is paying the guy. There's a lot of teams out there that wish they had the Dallas Cowboys problem of paying Dak Prescott. You realize that, right? Because if you are the Jets, you say Denver, you look at teams like that, hell, Cleveland Browns, that you've drafted, you brought in veterans, and you still don't have a guy that's playing on the level of a Dak Prescott. We are so spoiled that we say, throw him away. We'll risk it. thing about the Cowboys that sucks is they're good enough to compete, but unfortunately, they just don't have enough to get over the hump. That a couple of injuries here, a couple injuries there, and they're screwed. That's where a team like the 49ers, a team like the Eagles, that have good core groups of players understand that maybe somebody's going to get hurt. Maybe somebody's going to start underperforming what we expect. And when that happens, that they have a guy to plug in that's not a big drop-off. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me give you some of the great examples. When we had Sean Lee, I want to say in 2013 or so. No. I think it was 2013. One of the years, Sean Lee was healthy. We were averaging 85 yards a game, giving up on defense, running the football. Sean Lee goes out. We start giving up 100 yards more. And that's because you got a great player, but you don't have a plan B. You have a Tyron Smith who goes down. You have a Chaz Green that comes in, and you give up 8 sacks in one game. That's an example of not having a plan B. You have a Tyron Smith go out, and you sign a Jason Peters, who's only good for about 20 plays a game when you're playing like 60 to 70. That's not having a plan B. A guy like Calais Campbell, that's a plan B. That's the guy that you add in the rotation who, if he needs to, you can have him starting because somebody else is hurt. If you have a Mozzie Smith who is disappointing, you got a Calais Campbell that you can kind of throw in there. That's the plan B. And that, my friends, in a nutshell, is the problem with the Dallas Cowboys. There's no plan B. They have great starters and they stay healthy 100% throughout the season. You can hang with anybody. But football, it's a game of attrition. And nobody's that lucky. Except maybe the Eagles, the last time they went to the Super Bowl. Alrighty, good people. I'll see you soon. Peace out.